Andun yung Big Ben po, pero hindi pa gawa hanggang ngayon. And
where's Jacob?
All along the Thames, will the river explode?
Pakita ko ba naglugan kami dito sa Kili
Views from the London Eye are amazing in broad daylight too. Then pop into County Hall, the building with the curved facade and green tower. Inside is Sea Life London, where you can feed a stingray, walk underneath a tropical ocean, or have a laugh with a clownfish. County Hall is also home to the London Dungeon. There, you can relive some hideous moments in London's history, including its famous fiends like Sweeney Todd and Jack the Ripper.
Look.
We're approaching our next stop at Waterloo Pier. Please remain seated until the boat stops. If Waterloo Pier is your destination, be sure to take all your belongings with you and return your audio guide to a member of the crew.
See you later. Bye-bye. Tumbling.
ay no. Ay, ang mali nga makita. Ay, ito no, agawid ta. I-kwam to sona.
And as we do so, we have to provide everybody on the boat with a safety announcement, okay? Which is not done to alarm you, it's just a law requirement out here on the Thames. Before I begin, can everybody hear me at the back? Okay.
No.
Yeah, nice and clear. Excellent. Okay. Now the boat we're travelling on, folks, it's fully equipped with all up-to-date modern life-saving apparatus. It comes in the form of life rafts, life rings and life jackets. You can find the emergency exits clearly marked around the boat with the green and the white stickers. And in the highly unlikely event of an emergency, instructions will be given by crew members. There really is no need to worry, you're in safe hands. Please do sit back, relax and enjoy the trip. But if anybody is still a bit nervous, there is a bar downstairs, okay? It's open throughout the duration of the journey. The toilets are also downstairs at the back of the boat, okay? So you can get up and you can move around while the boat is moving. Just be very careful if you do, because we get rocked about at times quite violently by some of the passing boats. So just be very careful when you are moving around the boat, especially when using the stairs at the back. They're quite steep, folks. Just use the handrails that are provided, okay? Now, it's been a nice day in London. Hopefully, it's going to continue to stay that way. How is everybody doing? Is everybody happy today? Having a good day? Yeah. Excellent. Most of you are smiling, which is very good to see. Okay. Now, we are going to turn the boat around in a minute, and we're going to head down to Tower Pier. That will be our first stop, okay? We leave Tower Pier, and we head down to Greenwich. It takes about 30 minutes to get down to Tower Pier, and just over the hour to get down to Greenwich, okay? As we head down to Tower Pier, folks, we're going to travel through the City of London, and along the way we do pass many places of interest. Language, okay, some sort of English, so I'll try and talk slowly and clearly, and hopefully everybody can understand, okay? We're going to start to turn the boat, ladies and gents. And as we do so, off to the right, there's a nice shot to be had of the Houses of Parliament. The Palace of Westminster, the seats to our British government. In my opinion, the most beautiful building on the banks of the River Thames. It's a shame about the people that work inside it, but what can you do? Put your hand up if you can see Big Ben. Can anybody see Big Ben? That was a bit of a trick question. None of us can see Big Ben. It was renamed the Elizabeth Tower back in 2012 to commemorate Queen Elizabeth's Diamond Jubilee, 60 years on the front. Big Ben, just a bell inside. But everybody around the world, including myself, calls the clock tower Big Ben. It's incorrect. The larger tower towards the end of the building there, flying the flag, is the Victoria Tower. And that was named after Queen Victoria of Defence Building, the headquarters for the Army, the Navy and the Air Force. It's nicknamed the Iceberg. There is as much of the building below ground as there is above ground. The next building on the left behind the trees here looks a little bit like Dracula's castle. This is Whitehall Court Mansion and it houses the 5-star Horse Guards Hotel. It's behind the building on the left where you'll find Downing Street, number 10 Downing Street, the home of our Prime Minister. Now folks, the first bridge we're going to pass beneath on the journey today, the Charing Cross Railway Bridge. Either side of the railway bridge there are footbridges, and if there's anybody up there walking across, give them a little wave. Wave and smile to the people on the bridge. This keeps their hands busy and stops them throwing things at us. Which they sometimes like to do. We're not safe yet, there's another bridge coming up, so keep waving, keep smiling, okay, just to be on the safe side. There we go, nice people about today, they're all waving, they're all smiling. It's not always the case. Now, a lot of kids like to spin. No, not spin. So we try and keep it happy. To our right, behind the trees, the Royal Festival Hall, which is one of the finest concert halls anywhere in the world. It forms part of the South Bank complex, an arts and entertainment area which stretches from the London Eye all the way down to where we're heading, down to Tower Bridge. You can actually walk this whole stretch of river, the South Bank. It's a lovely walk. If you're looking for something to do later on today, if it stays nice, it's very nice walking here to our right. As you walk along, you'll pass a few attractions, lots of bars and restaurants and a few nice riverside pubs as well. And it probably takes around about an hour, give or take, to get from one end to the other. Obviously, depending on how fast you're walking and how many pubs you stop in along the way. It's very nice walking along the South Bank. To our left, along the river wall, that stone obelisk is Cleopatra's Needle, over 3,500 years old, older than London itself. Presented to the British government by a very thankful Egyptian government to commemorate our defeat of the French at the Battle of the River Nile. There is a twin to that column. It stands in Central Park, New York. And very shortly we're going to pass beneath Waterloo Bridge, which is known as the Ladies' Bridge here in London. It was built by a mostly female workforce during the Second World War, when a lot of men were away at war. The ladies built the longest road bridge that we have here in London. It was also the only bridge built in London that was built on time and under budget. And during the war, a pretty impressive achievement. Ladies, give yourselves a round of applause, you deserve it. Now, obviously, there was a man in charge. Obviously. To our left, behind the trees, very nice building there, Somerset House. It's got the green dome on the roof. Look to the front of the building, beneath the green dome, you can see an arch. Now, years ago, the river flowed into this building through that arch. Over the years, we've built up the river wall. We've reclaimed the land. And behind the wall on the left here, there's a sewage system which runs along the river. Now, before this was built, the Thames was London's sewer, basically. Toilets and waste would flush straight into the river. So a very clever man, an engineer, Joseph Bazalgette, he built this sewage system to clean up the river and to clean up the city. And as we've built up the river wall over the years, we've narrowed the river. And that now gives us much higher tides. The river today flows a lot quicker. Years ago, the river was much wider. It flowed a lot slower. And on very cold winters, the Thames would freeze over. See that black and white yacht on the left with a black canopy on top? That's the St. Catherine. And about 50 years ago, they used to use. It's permanently moored there today. It's opened as a floating bar and restaurant. And then on the left, we've got this white ship with the yellow funnel, the Wellington, which once belonged to the New Zealand Navy. Today, it's a floating livery hall for the Honourable Company of Master Mariners. Basically, a drinking club for old sea captains who like a drop of rum. And you'll often see them stumbling around on the deck there after having one too many. Now folks, look over to the right. Look, one of the River Thames's hidden gems. A tropical, golden, sandy beach. Who needs the Seychelles or the Bahamas when we have beaches like that on the River Thames? The Southeast Riviera is what it's known as. And usually folks, on a nice hot sunny day, there'll be hundreds of people over there. It's a great day out. Families come for the day. They put their towels down on the beach, sunbathe, come down to the polluted water for a little paddle. The kids run around playing with rusty nails and bits of broken glass. It's a great day out. It was here on the right a few years ago now. They filmed that very popular TV series, Baywatch. No, it wasn't really. It wasn't. That was a bit further downriver. Then on the right, this red bricks building with the Oxo Tower, Stamford Wharf. It used to be a cold storage meat warehouse, but today, like many disused warehouses along the banks of the river, it's been converted into riverside apartments. Right at the top, underneath the glass canopy, is the Harvey Nichols restaurant, which was once voted one of the top 10 restaurants here in London. Ladies and gents, look ahead of us on the left. Look, there's a lovely shot there of the City of London ahead of us, dominating the skyline, newest skyscrapers. As you can see, there's some weird and wonderful shapes. They have some weird and wonderful names. You've got the cheese grater, the scalpel, the gherkin, and the walkie-talkie. Look off to the left there, look, there's one of London's oldest buildings, St Paul's Cathedral. And this is one of the best shots, if not the best shot, you'll get of St Paul's. Just before we get to the bridge, this last building on the left, the impressive semicircular building, is Unilever House, the headquarters for Unilever, the massive Anglo-Dutch manufacturer.